All right. Well, there's nobody watching, but we're going to start anyway. Maybe somebody will watch this after the fact. So here's the first pair of scissors we're going to do today. These are Kai's. And so I'm going to test it on carpet. And it's right there at the tip. That's where it's rough. So we're going to fix it. I can see there's some damage right there on the tip. So first thing we're going to do is use the old scratch test to get the angle right. There we go. Hey, Jim. Thought I'd knock these out. I'd like to be done for the day. I'm tired. I got 5 pairs to do. He'll come get them this afternoon. Young Hispanic guy that works at a auto upholstery shop. He brings these every 6 months, 3 months or so. I don't think I've sharpened these in a while. These look different from the last ones he brought. But they're closed on Sunday. I got a nice burr all the way across the blade. Let's go to the honing side. And I'll tell you what, the upgrade for this little knob has really changed this machine for me and my grip. So that side looks really nice. Let's do the other side. And I tested these with some carpet prior to sharpening. They were cutting pretty good, except right at the tip. And I noticed there was some damage right at the tip on these. I don't know if they've been dropped or what. You know, these guys cut a lot of material every day in these shops. And what's odd is I'll get a call from the other two upholstery guys in the area this week. They always seem to call me at the same time. Kind of runs in batches. All right, one more pass. I've gotten where I can see, feel, and hear if I've got the edge right. All right. All right, we have both blades sharpened. I've got a nice burr along there. So what I do is I take my little pink stone and I want to flip that burr back that way. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. Helps our little channel. Subscribe to the channel. So I think I got the burr off. Looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna take a little rubbing alcohol and get off that Sharpie that I put on there. And we're gonna test it on some carpet and some vinyl here. These scissors belong to an auto upholstery shop. Young guy that works there brings them to me from time to time. He dropped them off last night and I told him I'd have them this afternoon for him. So they feel pretty good. All right, let's get the carpet out. So I always like to test on, oh yeah, on everything, on the same material that they're going to use in the shop. So, oh, look at that, that looks nice. That just cut perfect. Very little resistance on that. And where the problem was with these was at the tip. So let's see. No problem. No problem on the tip whatsoever. All right, so that's the first pair done. We have some more. So let's do another pair of Kais. These are the large Kais. High carbon steel, Japanese made. Looks pretty good. I don't see any big nicks or anything in the blade. So let's try them. Nope, see that? See, that will not cut that material there. Cuts down here, but it doesn't cut at the tip very well. So we've got to fix that. All right. So what I like to do is take a big marker, big Sharpie, and mark the beveled edge. And I felt something. There's a rough spot right there. That one's not bad. That side wasn't bad. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears and clipper blades, and sewing and industrial scissors. That's what we're sharpening today, is scissors for an auto upholstery shop. I still don't have the edge angle correct. That feels about right there. Yeah, so doing the scratch test, I've got it pretty much across the blade. I need to move this, so let's see if we can get a good, let me double check that. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Sight and sound. So let's do our first pass. There we go. All right, let's do another one. I like to do 3 passes, and it's just my preference. And I've got a nice burr all the way across the blade. Now let's go to the honing side. I can't talk this morning. And just 1 pass on the honing wheel. That ought to be good. Looks very nice. Can y'all see that? So I need to rotate the blade down to get the correct angle. So just loosen that up a little bit. That feels real good. I might have went too far. Let's just back it off just a hair. Yeah. One more pass. Steve, I'm needing another cup actually, but I'm already shaken from the caffeine, so I'm going to call it quits on the coffee. I also need some breakfast. I haven't eaten in 18 hours, or getting close to 18 hours. All right, so that looks good. And I've got a nice burr all along that blade right there, all the way to the tip. A little, I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't have much light on this side of the shop. And so I've got a nice even burr all the way across the blade, and on this blade too. Now I take my little pink stone and push that burr over. Let's push the blade, push the burr over on the other side. And where we had the problem was right here. This is where it was not cutting on the blade. From about 1 inch back to there, it was not cutting. So we flipped the blade over, or excuse me, the burr over. And I like to use a little piece of wood on heavy scissors like this, but you could also use a little piece of leather. Now I'm just going to gently remove that burr. Okay. Now I'm going to get off all of that Sharpie. So this is 70% isopropyl alcohol. And I like to take a Scotch-Brite pad and just run it along the blade. Donald, thanks for... All right, so clean. Let's do a close cut. Feels good. All right, let's try that carpet. Let's get a little cheap piece here. Let's try that tip first. Y'all see that? Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Make sure it cuts there, cuts there, cuts there, cuts there. And let's try some vinyl. I always ask these upholstery shops to give me scraps, so they give me all kinds of stuff. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That just cut wonderfully. So he'll be happy with that. He can cut anything. So that's the second pair done. We have 3 more pairs to do. These are older ones here. These are old, well, they're not that old. Crescent Weiss brand. Let's try some fabric. This is like some burlap fabric. Let's find us, like you would do a couch or something. This is really probably not automotive type stuff, but look, see how that, it won't cut that at all. Let's see if it cuts. Well, if it's not going to cut that, it's not going to cut carpet. This is automotive carpet. Well, it does actually. It'll cut the carpet, but it won't cut that fabric. Let's try the vinyl. Nope. See, it won't cut. It won't cut. All right, we got to fix that. So, and I can see the damage. I don't know if I can see that there, but there's all kinds of damage along that blade. Yeah, I don't know if, I mean, these are textile cutting scissors of some kind. I mean, these guys want good scissors when they're cutting this stuff. I would imagine it's pretty stressful. If you're trying to get a car upholstery done and your scissors aren't cutting all the way through, that's got to be a bummer. But I had the conversation with them. Hey, what are you cutting? Tell me, bring me the material you're cutting so I can know how they feel. And I asked for feedback. We can't assume. Yeah, we're way off there. Yeah, I have a big old box of all kinds of material. I have a guy that makes custom surfboards. So I bought fiberglass and some different things that he uses. So I know how his scissors cut fiberglass. And he uses some other material. I don't know what it is, but he brings it to me. So we're almost there. I think I just need to go, let me check the middle of the blade. That feels and sounds perfect. And it does. Look at that. So I've got the wheel correct. I got the angle correct on this blade. So try not to touch it, mess things up, out of the angle. Let's do a pass and see what it looks like. And so I didn't go far enough on the tip. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's still marker on the tip, but everything else looks real good. And I've got a burr across the blade. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you all hit that thumbs up button, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business grow. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. And since I started the YouTube channel, we get more visits to our Google page. I guess because Google is owned by, or YouTube is owned by Google. People find us. All right, it looks real good. There's some gunk on this blade. I'll have to clean it off with some Goo Gone. All right, so that blade is done. Canyon Racer, thanks for watching. So that looks really good. Yeah, it came out really well. That's a nice bevel, nice clean. Sometimes I get lucky. They're not gonna be the same edge angle. But I always do that first scratch test. That's a little too far. Down just a little bit. I'll tell you what, this little handle has really made a difference on this machine. And I appreciate Michael out in California for sending it to me. He watched one of my videos. I made a comment about my arthritis in my hands. And he's a automotive kind of guy, but he's a sharpener also out in California, and he mailed this to me, and I was touched that because this thing really works great. A little off. Steve, this is a diamond wheel from Continental Diamond Tools. I had it made a few years back. Now they're fairly readily available. I think Wolf has their own stone. diamond wheel, not stone. Yeah, see, this is where I have a problem. I'm not paying attention to get this angle right. There it is. I can feel it, and I can hear it. So yeah, this is a 240 grit diamond wheel. The stone wheels that come with this particular machine, they leave a really rough finish, in my opinion. One more pass. And it just takes very light pressure to get a good edge. And you can see how nice that edge is. Look how pretty that is. And I've got a nice even burr all the way across the blade. And they do make a CBN wheel for this, for the twice as sharp. And I know some guys use CBN. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing here again. We're gonna flip that burr over with our pink stone. And I can feel the burr. And I just want to push it that way. All right, we flipped it over. And so when I feel on this, I can feel a burr. So I want to get rid of that. I don't want to feel that burr on the inside edge of these shears. All right. Still something right there at the tip. I think I got it. All right, we're gonna use the little piece of wood. This is just a little piece of pine. And you can see how many, I've used this for years. And it's specifically for scissors like this. All right, let's get our little rubbing alcohol. Scotch-Brite pad. All right, we're ready to test now. Now, if you're here at the beginning, it was the fabric that was the issue. This is a heavy duty, this is like you would use on a couch, actually. This is not, this wouldn't be, would be used in an automobile. I guess maybe you had a classic vehicle of some kind. Let's see if it cuts. How's that? Look at that. It would not cut this material at all when we started, and now it's cutting great. All right, let's try some carpet. So here's some scrap automotive carpet. How about that? All right, so I'm pretty happy with those. Those are ready to go back to the client. So we got two more pair. Same thing, these are the Crescent Weiss brand. Let's see if it cuts that. Oh, it cuts, but it's rough. Let's go back to that fabric. That fabric really tells me a lot about how this thing is cutting. See that? See how it catches right there? And it won't, about right there, it just won't cut that fabric. So let's fix it. I don't see any big bad areas on it, but go. Let's, and if you're just joining me, I use a marker so I can identify the beveled edge angle on the shears. I want to mimic the factory as close as I can, as long as some other sharpener hasn't damaged them and flat topped them. These don't look like they've had a problem. They don't look like they've been sharpened, or I sharpened them last time, I'm sure. So look at that. We got the angle right. Look at that. Sometimes I get lucky. Same set of scissors. So, same brand. Three passes. Very light pressure on the wheel. One more. And I've gotten where I can hear, feel, and see where I should be. And I'm not. Look at, I'm off right there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I missed down here. So the angle is evidently different. So we're just going to give it a little bit more pressure, even it out. And also see a damaged area right there that I need to work on. 503 people watching. Tell me where you're watching from. We are in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast, and now I got it. There was just a little damaged area right there. I still don't have a big burr on there, though. Wow, all over the world. Look at that. All right, now I've got a nice burr all the way across the blade. So I'm happy with that. So let's go to the honing wheel. Let's go to the other side. Uzbekistan, Indianapolis. Lexi, I am in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. The internet is cool, Steve. It's pretty fascinating that we can chat with people all over the planet, and that y'all will watch something as silly as this. Lexi, it's in the 50s today, which is kind of cool for this time of year. This will be our last cold front of the year. It's going to start heating up already. It was already in the 90s last week here. I don't have a consistent burr here. I've got a nice burr here, and then it kind of thins out right there. So let me do another pass or two. Let's see what we can even it up a little bit. I like to have an even burr all the way across the blade. That ought to be good. Let's see. Lexi, where are you at? All right. You're exactly right, Steve. Nobody would have ever thought that. I wouldn't have thought that 40 years ago. Bellevue, Ohio. I used to have to go to Columbus all the time. That's the only place I've been in Ohio is Columbus. And I've been there a lot. It's been years. It's a little piece of wood just to take that burr off of it. Like that. All right, let's get the alcohol out. I'm shooting it all down with a little rubbing alcohol. There is my Scotch-Brite pad. All right, so the issue was with the fabric. So we're going to test on the fabric. Feels good. Sounds good. All right, here's that fabric again. Let's see if it cuts that nasty part off first. Oh, look at that. Let's make sure it does a long cut. There you go. That's cutting great. All right, so we got one more pair. These are Mundials. Let's see if they cut that fabric. Nope. See that? Look at that. Very frustrating. All right, so let's go back at it and clean up some of my mess here. I have to look back at my records when he came here last time. I have a handful of auto upholsterers. Sometimes I go to the shop, but sometimes they bring them to me. This guy usually brings them to me. I think he's in Houston. I don't think he's in my area. Usually brings them on Saturday afternoon, then comes picks them up on Sunday. Yeah, the tightness is as important. If I can get the angle right here. And I don't have it right. That feels about right. And see, these are loose. See how loose those are? I'll try to tighten them up a little bit for him. All right, so I've got a nice burr across the whole blade.
Should I just use the front door?
You can leave it open.
Huh?
No, you can go out there. Yeah, go ahead. Open the garage door up right there. The switch is right there on the wall. I just got the garage door closed. It's cold. Because it was cold.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing a live stream. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope y'all hit the thumbs up button. I hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We are Right Services. Sharpenright.com is our website. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Check us out. You can leave it open. You can leave the garage door open. So I missed a spot right there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's a little damage area right there. This is the last pair we're doing. Still got that damaged area there. Let me give a little pressure. Lexi, I do sharpen salon shears. If you want to see how I do it, you can subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of videos on my channel sharpening salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. I do clipper blades. There we go. So I got rid of that damage this right there. There was just a little damage there. So we're gonna do the honing side, one pass. And we're gonna wrap this up. So that's about it. We're gonna So let's flip that burr. Thanks, Lexi. I do a lot of salon shears. I go to the salons, go to barber shops. I don't go to dog grooming shops. Dog groomers have to bring everything to me. Not that I'm anti-dog. There's two of them right here laying on the floor next to me. All right, feels good. Let's see how they cut now. Like butter. All right, folks. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hitting that thumbs up and subscribing. We're done. Hey, Jim, I'll text you in a little while. If you're free, we can talk. I think I'm pretty much done for the day unless somebody comes and brings some more stuff. I know I got people coming and picking up. Hey, y'all have a great day.